गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन् नोतिभिः सीदसादनं प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्रयवतो गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्ठनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं कल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं माम् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानूचानमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चात्तात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरात्तात् अवदक्षिणात्तात् अवचोद्ध्वात्तात् अवाधरात्तात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वान्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वमानन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो निलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वम् अवस्थात्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वमिन्द्रस्त्वमग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्म भूर्भुवस्सुवरो गणादिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादीं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वारः परतरः अर्धे तुलसितं तारेण ऋद्धम् एतत्तव मनुस्वरूपं धकारः पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारश्चान्त्यरूपम् बिन्दुरुत्तररूपम् नादः सन्धानं सगुंहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेश विद्या गणकऋषिः निचृद्गायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात्। एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं रथं च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृतेः पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः। नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमदपतये नमस्ते स्तुलम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्नविनाशिने शिवसुताय वरदमूर्तये नमः। एतदथर्वशीर्षं योधीते स ब्रह्मभूयाय कल्पते स सर्वविघ्नैः न बाध्यते स सर्वत्र सुखमेधते स पञ्चमहापापात् प्रमुच्यते। सायमधीयानो दिवसकृतं पापं नाशयति प्रातरधीयानो रात्रिकृतं पापं नाशयति सायं प्रातः प्रयुञ्जानो पापो पापो भवति सर्वत्राधीयानोपविघ्नो भवति धर्मार्थकाममोक्षं च विन्दति। इदमथर्वशीर्षमशिष्याय न देयं यो यदि मोहाद्दास्यति स पापीयान् भवति। सहस्रावर्तनाद्यं यं काममधीते तं तमनेन साधयेत् अनेन गणपतिमभिषिञ्चति स वाग्मी भवति। चतुर्थ्या मनस्नं जपति स विद्यावान् भवति इत्यथर्वणवाक्यं। ब्रह्माद्यावरणं विद्यान्न बिभेति कदाचनेति यो दूर्वान् पुरैर्यजति स वैश्रवणोपमो भवति यो लाजैर्यजति स यशोवान् भवति स मेधावान् भवति यो मोदकसहस्रेण यजति स वाञ्छितफलमवाप्नोति यः साज्यसमिद्भिर्यजति स सर्वं लभते स सर्वं लभते। अष्टौ ब्राह्मणान् सम्यग् ग्राहयित्वा सूर्यवर्चस्वी भवति सूर्यग्रहे महानद्यां प्रतिमासन्निधौ वा जप्त्वा सिद्धमन्त्रो भवति महाविघ्नात् प्रमुच्यते महादोषात् प्रमुच्यते महापापात् प्रमुच्यते महाप्रत्यवायात् प्रमुच्यते स सर्वविद्भवति स सर्वविद्भवति य एवं वेद इत्युपनिषत्। भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्ठनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः।
गणानान् त्वा गणानान् त्वा गणपतिं त्वा गणानां त्वा गणपतिं त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे गणपतिं त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कविगुं हवामहे गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं गणपतिमिति गणापतिं हवामहे कविं कविगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनां कविगुं हवामहे हवामहे कविं कवीनां कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं कवीनां कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं उपमश्रवस्तममित्युपश्रमः तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणो ब्रह्मणां ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणः ज्येष्ठराजमिति ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणो ब्रह्मणस्पते ब्रह्मणस्पते ब्रह्मणो ब्रह्मणस्पत आपते ब्रह्मणो ब्रह्मणस्पत आपत पत आनो न आपते पत आनः आनो न आनः शृण्वन् आनः शृण्वन् न शृण्वन् नो न शृण्वन् नोतिभिर् शृण्वन् नोतिभिः शृण्वन् नोतिभिः सीद शृण्वन् नोतिभिः सीद सादन ऊतिभिः सीद सादनगुं सीद ऊतिभिः सीद सादनम् ऊतिभिरित्योतिभिः सीद सादनगुं सीद सादनम् सादनमिति सादनम् ॐ शान्तिः
मुदाकरातमोदकं सदा विमुक्तिसाधकं कलाधरावतं सकं विलासिलोकरक्षकं मुदाकरातमोदकं सदा विमुक्तिसाधकं कलाधरावतं सकं विलासिलोकरक्षकम् अनायकैकनायकं विनाशिते वदेतकं नताशुभाशुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकम् अनायकैकनायकं विनाशिते वदेतकं नताशुभाशुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकम् नमामि तं विनायकम् न तेतरातिभीकरं नवोदितार्थभास्वरं न मत्सुरारिनिर्जरं न तादिकापदुद्धरं सुपुत्रतां समाहितायुरष्टभूति अभ्युपैति सोचिरा.
Om Sri Sai Ram. Welcome to Sri Sathya Sai Global Council Center of Dallas. We had a wonderful Vedam as well as Mudakarata Modakam on the occasion of Ganesh Chaturthi coming on Tuesday 19th. Few weeks back, happened to meet my friend CBS Mani, Chandrasekhar Bala Subramani, but it is never, once he joined Swami's College, almost renamed to CBS Mani. So met him in temple, Hindu temple in Temple City, and we had a long satsang. I was just recollecting about Swami and a lot of incidents in Parthi, and requested him, is it possible for him to come and share his thoughts and experience here? And he said, overwhelmingly, definitely brother, I can come. So today we have CBS Mani. So he has been in the IT industry for 18 years and financial industry for 9 years with various roles and responsibilities and in many countries. In general, we say like our life before we know Swami and after we know Swami. So his life started only after knowing Swami. So he joined Swami school, and only after joining he actually knows Swami. And since then, he has been like so much involved in every aspect of Swami's mission. In hostel, we know he is a great volunteer. He used to take care of altar. And those altar boys are really, really blessed. Because when Swami comes to Vrindavan, they'll be the one who will be making the trays for the birthday boys with all the lavangam, the yellow rice, everything. And for making Aarti for Swami, everything, it's anything related to Swami, we are really jealous of those people, definitely. So he had that great blessings. And also, Mani, the name in Tamil, it is also called Mani. And literally, he was ringing Suprabhadam Mani in every day in hostel. Some people like it, and many people really liked it. Okay, fun apart. So he joined BCom and very devoted and very involved in Vedam, and he used to teach Vedam for so many of the students there. And not only in institute, even after coming out of Swami's institute, wherever he is teaching Vedam. Even the day when I meet, he was having Vedam class with people. So that's how his involvement in Vedam. And he's also the first batch of Masters of Financial Management in Puttaparthi. So any new course Swami introduced, and the first 2 or 3 batches, they are the golden boys. The reason is Swami is defining the course. Swami is defining how the course should be. So each day he will call them for an interview, teachers and students, how they should behave, how they should learn, and how they should show. Because these lessons is for like next 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 years. So he makes that foundation. So anybody who joins Swami's Institute in the beginning period or any particular course like MBA students or MFM, hospital, anything, like if it's something is starting and if you're right from beginning, then you are really blessed. And he is one of the luckiest person to join the first batch of MFM. Swami also gave him an opportunity to take him to Kodai. So he has a lot of wonderful experience. Would like brother to come and share some of your experience with Swami. Sairam.
Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva bandhuscha sakha tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva sarvam Mama Deva Deva Sri Sai Deva. Offering myself at Bhagwan's lotus feet. Sai Ram to all of you, brothers and sisters. I'm wondering where to start. Because there are a couple of... Okay, let me start with this. When I came over here, Brother Shiva was saying, is the mic okay? Let me begin with that experience. And there was a few others who were wondering, oh, do you want a hand mic or a standing mic? I said, it's better I prefer a standing mic because I'm a very vigorous talker. So I talk more with my hands than with my lips. So it was this one when I was there in my first year of BCom. During the, sorry for my bad throat, sports meet time, we would have Bhagwan distribute the prizes. So Swami was coming to the college auditorium, and when Bhagwan comes, those days he would definitely give a discourse, divine discourse of Bhagwan. So some of you would have noticed when Bhagwan was to give a discourse, one of the lecturers would come and keep the mic in front of Bhagwan. They will not go and adjust the mic, the height of the mic. There was a reason for that. So, when this particular lecturer in the midnight, 2 a.m., early in the morning, if you can call it so, he was setting the height of mic of Bhagwan. Babu, motta kodudu, don't touch it. Because it is Swami's mic. Even if current is not passing, you're going to get a 10,000 volt shock there if you touch it. So he said, sir, how is it? This is the height, Babu, of Swami's mic. Then he said, sir, we'll also check. That moment, a freakish thought came to me. Will I ever get the opportunity to place the mic for Bhagwan? January 14, 2 a.m., 1991. So that it was here at my bone here, at the chest bone where the curves here. That's where the height of Bhagwan was. And he said, for me, my lecturer said, for me it comes in a second button. I said, sir, what if the tailor changes the size of the button? Crooked ideas. So we went for a more, what we can rely upon more, which is our own body. Fast forward, April 2nd, 1993, Kodaikanal. Swami says, idigo, చాలా మంది వచ్చారు, నేను ప్రతిరోజు మాట్లాడతాను. Look, many people have come from far and wide. I will give a discourse every day. This is what Bhagwan told in Kodaikanal, and everyone is excited. So the day one, there's some of us who didn't know how to fiddle with the mics, and literally, take it from me, they were rusted mics. Rusted ones. We had just 3 mics. And Bhagwan was giving a discourse. So obviously, one was for Bhagwan, another was for translator Professor Anil Kumar, and another one was we had to use for Bhajans. So we'd rotate these mics, Bhajans and Bhagwan's discourse. So before while we were preparing, I told the other boys, look, let's set the height for my mic for Bhagwan. This is the height for Bhagwan. He said, no, we'll go and adjust it there. I said, don't do that. No, we will do that. No problem. They went there, they tried to adjust the mic. Kucho, sit down, and pushed them aside. Then the next day they told, Mani, you only go and set the mic for Bhagwan. I'm not going, I'm scared. Thank you very much. I love that. So the next day, I had, set the height of mic for Bhagwan. Having had that January 14th, 1991, set the height for Bhagwan. And I kept the mic for Bhagwan. He said, perfect height. Perfect height. Swami completed a discourse. Needless to say, from that day onwards, for the entire month, I would go and set the mic for Bhagwan. There is a saying in Hindi, when people say, जब भगवान देते हैं तो चप्पड़ फाड़ के देते हैं. When Bhagwan gives, he literally breaks open everything and then he gives it to you, showers it on you. Torrential. I had freakish thought, will I ever get a chance at least once? I probably not even have used the word at least once. Once to set the mic for Bhagwan. He said, what one? I will give you 1 month. It was from 1 full month. Then Brother Shiva said, I would ring the bell and many would like it, many more would not like it. For those who know, when I came here, I heard a lot of people speaking Tamil. So obviously you understand Tamil, so I'll tell what Swami told me. Bhagwan was seated here in Kodaikanal. Bhagwan was to be seated there. I used to be seated normally on the left of Bhagwan. And I was watching Bhagwan like this, keeping my hand like this. That was my favorite posture. Because, if I don't hold my chin here, then I would have fallen asleep. So for the fear of sleeping or dozing off, I would keep my hand like this. And Bhagwan imitated me. Like this, okay? Then he said, Inna mani adicha acha. For those who don't understand Tamil, one of the meaning of the word money is bell. So Bhagwan is asking me in Tamil, what money did you ring the money, which is the bell? And then he said, I would smile at Bhagwan. He said, I know. Where am I? Indicating that I was watching you ring the bell daily for Suprabhatam. And now, I was talking about Kodaikanal. Brother Shiva, a couple of days back, he asked me, hey, did you go to Kodaikanal? I said, yes. It was in 1993. He said, then you should share your Kodaikanal experience. I said, are you asking me to share the experience that took me to Kodaikanal, or what happened in Kodaikanal? What is this taking you to Kodaikanal? Oh yeah, that itself is an experience, I told him. So let me share that one. Typically, what used to happen was, those with whom Bhagwan would interact with in a physical sense, speak to them, they are the students who would normally accompany Bhagwan to Kodaikanal. And I was not in that list. I was not in that, if I can say in the cricket terminology, which is what I like a lot, in that 11, in the team. So yes, we were more of enjoying darshan, sparshan of Bhagwan, and less of sambhashan, direct sambhashan, one-to-one sambhashan. March 31st, those days, it would be the last day of our semester examination. Last day. And normally on the April 4th or the 5th is what Bhagwan would go to Kodaikanal with a select bunch of around 30 students. Out of around 600 students, Swami would have selected around 30 of them. So not even 10%, 5%. That year, Bhagwan had selected around 18 of them. And Swami was in Vrindavan on March 31st, 1993. The Parthi students finished their examination and they all came to Vrindavan with the hope that in the last minute, Swami will choose one of them and take them to Kodaikanal. And Trai Vrindavan was overflowing. We didn't have a place to sit. I was one of those very, very lucky few to be standing outside Trai Vrindavan on that day. And I was told, hey, Warden sir is calling you. So I went in, inside Trai. By the time Bhagwan had come over from the interview room to the main hall of Trai. So, and then I was made to sit aside because Bhagwan had already come out there and he was seated there on the Jula. I went to the central hall. Then I was told, I was asking, why is it that everybody's coming and telling me that, no, so-and-so called me, so-and-so, Warden sir called me, and then Warden sir tells me that, what man, where were you? And others coming and telling me, don't worry brother, everything will be okay. Yeah, what is this? Everything will be okay. What happened? I am very much alive. Hope everybody in my parents, everybody, they must also be alive. No problem. Whatever is happening, no problem. Come on, take it easy. What else can you expect from a 20-year-old? Yes, man. Swami has started it. I said, okay, enough. Don't give me enough. I've got enough of Gyan now. Enough. Tell me somebody what has happened. Then nobody is telling me what has happened. Everyone telling me, don't worry, everything will be okay. So what is this here? Don't worry, be okay. I can sing a song on that now. Then after that, when Aarti was taken and Bhagwan retired into his room, Bhagwan called Warden sir. Just before going to his room, Warden sir told me, you be here only, don't go anywhere. I said, okay, fine, I'll be here. Then after half an hour, he comes down. By that time, it is already 9 p.m. And he says, what are you doing here? What is this? You asked me to stand here? No, you asked me, what are you doing here? Sir, I'm standing here. And he says, okay, tomorrow morning, ring the bell, wake me up at 2 a.m. I said, okay. Okay, sir. For that only you wanted me to wait for half an hour? What else is there? By the way, ring the Suprabhatam bell at 3 a.m. Okay, sir. And tomorrow don't be late. Okay, sir, I will not be late. I ring the bell exactly sharp at 3 a.m., sir. No, not for that. Okay, then should I ring it after 3 a.m.? No. 3:55, you must be seated in that bus. Which bus, sir? The bus which is going to Kodaikanal. Swami is taking you to Kodaikanal. I said, oh, what man? Swami is taking you to Kodaikanal. Swami has told you he's going to take you to Kodaikanal. Okay, thank you, sir. So now that was what happened there. That moment, I recalled when I joined my first year in Vrindavan, one of the hostel talks, Warden sir had gone to Swami and asked, Swami, to earn your grace, what should the students do? Question is, to earn your grace, what should students do? Swami said, let them chant Suprabhatam in the morning, Adi Chalu. Let them chant Suprabhatam in the morning, Adi Chalu. That is enough. Swami, how will they know as a student that they are receiving a grace? I will take them to Kodaikanal. Now for 3 years, he's ringing this bell for Suprabhatam, waking up everybody, and being cursed by 90% of the students studying there. My God, this fellow has no other work. He's ringing the bell and he's waking us up all. The result was, after the end of the 3rd year, from nowhere, he made it now, here for me. I've been fiddling with my hand, and you must be wondering, what is this? This reminds me to share another experience. If you see my thumb, my left thumb, okay, there is a mark here. This mark was because of an incident that happened in Puttaparthi. But before this, how I got this injury, let me go a step back. August 1991, Bhagwan comes to Vrindavan. That time I was studying in Vrindavan, in the Whitefield campus. Swami is seated in the Jula. Oh, this photo is here. I forgot about this. Okay, I'll come to this in a while. Swami is seated in the Jula. And when Bhagwan is seated there in the Jula, on the left side, there would be a pedestal fan. I do not know how to explain the pedestal fan. The standing fan. Okay. And in those days, that is, I'm talking of 1991. You can imagine 30 years back, more than 30 years back. The blades of the fan were made of metal and not of plastic. I repeat, they were made of metal and not of plastic, because that is going to play a significant role for you to understand what I'm going to say next. It was very hot that day. So very stuffy, suffocating. So Bhagwan, when he was taking Aarti, he stood up. Then he was leaving the central hall. The main hall where the Jula was, and he is going to his room. So when the Aarti is there, is being taken, the fan is there right above where the Aarti is being taken. So obviously the ceiling fan, which it's rotating. So you'll switch off the fan because you didn't want the Aarti, the fire, the camphor to be spreading all over the place and doing what Hanuman did in Lanka. So we switched off the fan. And the switch of the fan was behind me. So I switched off the fan. I felt it's very stuffy. I got excited. I said, let me change the direction of the pedestal fan. For that 1 second, not even maybe less than a second, when Bhagwan is going to the central hall, Bhagwan must not feel suffocated. The breeze of the fan must come. From the pedestal fan, it will not come from the ceiling fan. The ceiling fan is switched off. So when the Aarti was being done and the boy went to the side, I had practiced just before, rehearsed that, to be take my hand behind and with my left hand switch on the fan and with the right hand change the direction of the fan. Now, I am looking at Bhagwan, fan is behind me. The left hand did a very good job of switching on the button of the fastest speed. The right hand, when it went to change the direction of the fan, any guess what happened? It went inside. Yes, you're right, bang on target. It went inside the fan. Entire thing is rotating at full speed. And my hand goes in. What happened next? Sound. Even Kumbhakarna would have woken up with that sound. And immediately Bhagwan turned towards my direction. Something which was, yes, Swami. What happened, Swami? That is the way my face was. His was like Shiva, Kameshwara, the one who would destroy everything of the desire. With that fierceful face he was. Ghora Rudra. That moment, Professor Anil Kumar, that's where comes the proximity of Bhagwan we were able to see it. He said, Swami, Abbai kuda Ekalavya laga chestunnaru. Ekalavya, who had offered the thumb to Dronacharya, he said, even this boy is doing like Ekalavya. You can never try to tell something to Bhagwan and go a step ahead. He said, Ekalavya Guruku andinchadu. Ekalavya Guruku andinchadu. Veedu fan ki andistunnadu. Ekalavya offered it to Guru. Well, this boy is offering to the fan. very powerful message here. Whatever you want to offer, whatever you want to give it to the Guru, give it to the God. And that too, how do you give it? Which is what we get the answer in Shikshanusashanam of Shikshavalli. Shraddhaya Adeyam, Ashraddhaya Adeyam, Shriyadeyam, Riyadeyam, Bhiyadeyam, Samvidadeyam. Keep this photo. Sorry, please keep this photo here. This photograph. May 21st, 1991. This was, how it used to be was, before those years, prior to Bhagwan's discourse, we would have some students, be it from the school or from the college, chanting Veda mantra. We would start the mantra, maximum for some 2 minutes or 5 minutes. If you really chanted very well, then the answer for that is, you would have crossed 300 seconds. You would start the mantra, and Bhagwan would be seated there in that distance, and his indication will be with his hand. That's it. Stop. All those boys standing here, only the last boy in that corner there, in any of this formation, would be keeping his eyes open. And rest all will be keeping their eyes closed. That boy, his job was only to see Swami's hand. He cannot see Swami's face. He cannot see Swami's feet. Only and only Swami's hand to look for the signal. Okay? And now, we started with May 21st, 1991. Gananatha Durga Suktam. Jata Vedase Sunavam. Third sentence. Stop. We were thinking, we did a fabulous chanting. That is what we were thinking. Then, Om Shanti. And we were going backstage. Then we were told, hey, Swami is calling. Because we are not seeing Swami. No, Swami is, we are turning back and we are going. Then we went. And if you permit me, I'll go near there and show it. Sorry. So, here is where we were taking Pad Namaskar. Because Bhagwan's lotus feet is here. This table was a very strong wood. Heavy one. We would have to bend down. And when we would bend down and we'd get up, what is a possible thing that can happen? Our head will hit the... And Bhagwan, mother that he is, would keep his hand there on the edge of it. Imagine we get up with a force. Imagine what will... And Bhagwan's hand is there. We would end up hitting Bhagwan's hand. What can happen to Bhagwan's hand? But Bhagwan would keep his hand there. That's not his main thing what I wanted to share this incident for. We were all taking Pad Namaskar. Now this boy here, who's standing here, was the last one to go and take the Pad Namaskar. Right? So we went down to take Pad Namaskar. And at that moment, Bhagwan said, looking at all those who were seated there in the auditorium, Kotta pillalu kada, new children. Andukane anta sariga cheppaledu. That is why they didn't chant it so well. He didn't say they didn't chant well. He said, they didn't chant it so well. Mun velli chala baga cheptaru. In the future, they will chant very well. Virtually, today, after 32 years, I can say it is for sure that Bhagwan had scripted our Veda chanting for all those 9 boys. All of them. Maybe There's certainly for a larger audience there, larger group, but I can certainly vouchsafe for all of the 9 of us who are there in that. Go ahead. Okay, this photograph. Can anyone recognize this photograph? What is this photograph? Please. This boy, he was very disciplined. You raised your hand to answer that question? Go ahead, answer the question. Okay, very good. Where is this picture from? Anyone? Which mandir? There are so many mandir. Prashantliam, but where in Prashantliam? Kulwant Hall? Inside mandir. Where? Bhajan mandir. Yes, Suprabhatam. Yeah, very good. Somebody said Suprabhatam. I like it. So, Bhajan Hall. So, what am I going to talk about now? Any guess? What do you think I'm going to share about? Any guess? Any guess? Quick. Sorry, Bhajans? I like Bhojan. No. Why will I give this photograph? Sorry? Decoration, okay. Central Shri Baba, okay. Go ahead. What do you want? What do you think? Quick. Shivalingam. I like Shavasana most. Okay. You have told everything except what I'm going to share about. You see Bhagwan's photograph and Shri Baba's photograph. What is there on the perimeter of this photograph? On the perimeter of this, on the side of the photograph. Silver frame. Right? This silver frame was done in late 80s or 1990. Okay? I used to visit the place called Siddhapura. It's a small town. No, I cannot even call it a town. It's like a hamlet. More than a hamlet, a village in the Sirsi district of Uttara Karnataka. There, that particular day I had gone to one gentleman's house. He was to be my host, elderly man, a very respectable person. He was a headmaster in the school. He narrated his story of how he came to Bhagwan. And it was this one. Let me share that. Their family was, one of their profession or their skill was to make such, sculpting such silver frames and all the gopuram in the temples. That is what they would do in silver especially. Their core strength was silver. So there was one other devotee of Bhagwan who was a friend of this gentleman. So he said, look, I want you to come to Prashantliam for Baba. I will come there for the work. So if you want to make some silver frame there, you come. That person didn't know what for. Bhagwan told him, I want to do this. Okay. So he came. So I'm sure many of you would be aware that in those days, in the 80s, the photo album were not the ones where you could remove a photograph and, slide in a photograph. There would be a black paper. It was like a collection of black papers connected through a thread, golden thread on the side, and they would use the brill gum to paste the pictures. That is how it used to be. And some of them would be more, if the gum would get over, they would use cooked rice to paste the photograph. You could get the smell of the rice as well in those pictures. So he had done it. There were last 2 or 3 pages of this album were empty, blank. So he goes there, Swami calls him for interview, and this gentleman, Mr. Sheth, he tells me, ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅವರು ಸಾರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. I used to call him sir. I would not call him Swami or Baba. He said, sir, ಇದೇ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. This is what we have done. I said, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ, it's nice. And Swami was flipping through. And this man was showing the, I said, continue. I was like, what is this? Yeah, he's seeing the whole thing, but he's not telling me which is the photograph that he wants, which is the design he wants. Because these are all photos of the design which he was thinking for this perimeter. Flipping. It reaches last. Continue, Swami says. He said, Swami, ashte Swami, over. No more. Oh, it is there. No, Swami, it is not there. One page he flipped over. Go. Flips over the second. Go. What is this here? Is he mad or what? I'm telling it is not there. Why is he telling me to flip over? Flips over. After such exercise of 3 or 4 times, there is one photograph which is not stuck. It is loosely present there. So he says, ide nanage beku. This is what I want. And this is the design. And that's the design which was there in that photograph. And that is what we are all seeing here. So if you're thinking that Prashanti Nilayam, things have just happened, somebody has thought over it. No. Talking about the Bhajan hall, let me share one other experience that one of my elderly brothers had shared with me. Gents side, how many of you have entered the Bhajan hall in Prashanti Nilayam? Please raise your hand. Gents side, from the gents side, who all have entered the Bhajan hall? Please raise your hand full. Why are you so confused in raising your hand? Yes, very good. So when you enter the door, do you see anything on top of the door? On the wall? Have you seen? Have you noticed it? Very good. This is what even I had done until I heard this incident. When you enter inside, above the door, there is Hanuman statue. Statue of Hanuman. Swami said, Adi telsa adi enduku pettane ani? You know why I kept Hanuman there? Oka antartham undira, there is a meaning towards that. When you come into the Bhajan hall, you come with the pride of Hanuman. Bhagwan is my Lord. And you go there and with full gusto, you sing the bhajans. With the pride that he is my Lord and I am his. After singing the bhajans, you become humble. And when you walk out of the Bhajan hall, on the inside of the Bhajan hall, above the door, what statues are there? You have the Dashavatara statues. And on that side there, in that place, you have Vamana. And Vamana symbolizes humility. So after singing the bhajans, when you go out, you are as humble as Vamana. And the meaning of the word Vamana, one of the meaning of the word Vamana is humility. And this is what Bhagwan mentioned as a significance of this. Very nice. How many of you have seen this photograph earlier? Very good. On what is Swami Bhagwan seated? Adisesha. Do you know the story of this throne? In the year 1961, Vedas Purusha Saptaha Jnana Yajna happened for the first time in Prashanti Nilayam. Vedic scholars and pandits from all over the country were invited to do this yajna. It was during Navaratri. They all came with a lot of skepticism. Who is this person? He is a Kshatriya, born in a Kshatriya family, not even a Brahmin. And what is he doing a Veda Yajna? But as they started interacting with Bhagwan, they realized, as they say in Hindi, kuch to hai, there's something in him. Began with that. And after the entire yajna, even after the Purnahuti, they said, he is Sakshat Parabrahma Swarupa. And they wanted to do a program. In that program, what they had done was, each one of those pandits were to play the role of one of the devas representing one form of Vedic knowledge, and have Bhagwan as Narayana and praying to him for resurrection, Vedodharana, and for Dharmastapana. That was what they were planned for. So they were thinking about everything. They said, okay, this should be like this, this should be like this. And they said, Kasturi Garu, we have planned everything. We want you to tell this to Bhagwan. But we do not know what is the throne we should keep for Bhagwan. Whether it should be the normal Simhasana that Bhagwan sits upon, Swami's chair, or an ordinary sofa set, or a jula, is what they told Kasturi Garu. So Kasturi Garu promptly said, I'll go and ask Bhagwan. And keep in mind, in the next 2 hours, it's going to begin. That event is going to happen. Kasturi Garu goes to Bhagwan. Swami, ila chestunaru, they're going to do like this. What to do? Oka parcel vachindi, adi velli chudu. A parcel has come, go and look at it. Swami, he thought Swami didn't hear properly. Swami, this is what the Vedic pundits and scholars are planning. So, what is it? Oka parcel vachindi, adi velli chudu. In a more harsh tone. Okay? I'll obey you. He goes there. Then he sees, he's just stepping out, wherever Swami told him to go. One truck comes right at that point, and Kasturi Garu is standing, and the driver, Swami, idi iyale, amo iyale. A truck driver, that's how he, a local person, he says, this is something, he doesn't know who Kasturi Garu is. He's coming there to Prashantalam for the first time. He said, I have to give it here. It is to Sai Baba. Where should I give? Like that is the way he's asking. And Kasturi Garu says, okay, what is it? A parcel. Okay, you leave it here. And then the crate, it's a big one. He opens it, and it is this throne of Adi Sesha. Kasturi Garu continues to explain that one of the devotees from Mumbai had sent it 3 months before. And when does it arrive? In the management terminology, many of us will be familiar with JIT. Just in time. It arrived just in time. One more incident that happened there on that day. One of my favorite incidents. There was a samvad going on. Means a conversation. Question answer conversation. All the Vedic Pandits and the scholars asking questions to Bhagwan. So, then one of them asked, Swami, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and Swami Vivekananda, and he gives many others, Mirabai and all of them. These Mahan have descended on the earth. What is the difference between them and you? I repeat the question. Many Mahan, Mahapurushas, Mahatmas, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa is one of them, one example. They all have come down on this earth. What is the difference between them and you? Swami's answer, he held his hand like this. The left hand down below and right hand up above. I'll do it again. Left hand down below and right hand. This was the answer of Bhagwan. What does that mean? Swami had told this in our Trai session, one of the Trai sessions. It meant Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and all other Mahapurushas, they were born as humans, and then they elevated themselves to God. I am God. I have descended. I have taken an avatar for your upliftment. This is, and that explanation Bhagwan had done sitting on this throne. Yes, this, you can go to the next picture. Okay. What do you see there in this picture? How? Anything different in this picture than the other pictures? What do you see there? There's something. You can easily make it out. It is there in this picture? No. No. White line, okay. Very good. Fine. Anything else? Is it his writing or what is it? You got it? You're there on, what will you call that? Signature. His autograph. As students, you take a photograph of Bhagwan and go and ask Swami to sign it. So once when I had one of my seniors, he was sitting behind and I was sitting in the first row, and Bhagwan had taken, he would come here like this. But the boys would be sitting. He would, and then those boys would have shown the photograph of Bhagwan. And then Bhagwan would, start signing like this. This boy had got a big photograph of Bhagwan for their Samiti, and his father had told him, you'll have to get it, Swami, it'll be good if you can get it signed and autographed by Bhagwan. So he saw me sitting in the front, and then that photograph passed the parcel. It reached me. I was showing this photograph to Bhagwan. Big photograph. So I took only, like this. Anon, Raniyan, Mahato, Mahiyan, like that. I just took out a piece of the photo and showed it to Swami. With this. Swami is holding the sketch pen in his hand. And by the way, when Swami would sign, he would be very particular on the color of the sketch pen that he would give. If you would give a red color sketch pen for signing on this kind of a photograph, he will not sign. Any reason? Yes, it would mix with that color or the background color. At the same time, for this kind of photograph, you have to give a black or a blue or a green color. At the same time, you give a photograph where Bhagwan is wearing a white robe, then you can give a red color sketch pen. That's what Bhagwan was. So particular. He saw this photograph, huge photograph. Those days it used to be a very big amount for it, obviously. With the pen, holding the pen, he said, don't waste money on photographs. And then he signed it, trying to say, now I will sign it, but in the future, don't waste money. I was like, Swami, I didn't buy this photograph, it is not mine. Then, that's what is going on in my head. Don't waste money on photograph. Period. One more photograph here. I'm now going to do an exercise here. Please, only and only respond to my question. Don't go a step further. A request. Do you see this photograph? I'm sure you all. What are there in this photograph? Of Bhagwan, do you see? What is it of Bhagwan do you see here in this photograph? Padam, lotus feet of Bhagwan. How many? 2. Right of Bhagwan and left of Bhagwan. What is the difference? Do you see any difference between the right feet of Bhagwan and the left feet of Bhagwan? If yes, please keep telling the differences. Yes, go ahead. This boy is very disciplined. I like them. Go ahead. He always raises his hand. Go ahead. Tell the difference between those 2 feet. Louder, please. I want to hear you. Go ahead. Tell it. Oh, he doesn't have another toe? Oh, yeah. It's not that visible. It is there. He's having it, but it's not visible. Good. But a good catch. Right. What are the other differences do you see? Okay. Dhoti on the left foot is more. Right. Next, please. don't know if it is. Will you be able to switch off these lights? Hopefully, let's see if that will help. Sorry, thank you. I said only the differences, please. Difference of fingers. Okay, what is the difference you see? Spacing. Okay, very good. What else? Sorry, go ahead. One minute, let her complete, please. Yeah, go ahead. Left one. Huh. Lines you were saying. You were saying the lines. Can you come on the lines again? Okay. Lines are not that prominent in the left, but more prominent on the right. Okay. Very good. Any other differences? Which is, one minute, let it. Right is longer than left. Very good. You were saying something and I didn't allow you to complete. Left is smaller. Very nice. In height or in the length? Both. Very good. Who was the one who said both? Kudos to you. Okay. What else? Only the ladies are answering. Are the gents not able to see this? Please go ahead. What are the other differences you see? By the way, when I showed it in one of the schools, they had come up with 21 differences. We have now come up with 5. What other differences do you see? Left is wider. Which one? This one, this feet or this feet? This one is wider, okay? Careful. Veins. Oh, you can see the bones or the veins? Oh, this one you say. Bone. Okay, very good. Anything else you can see? Height. The right is taller. That is longer. You can see the veins. The bones you're able to see on the right. I can understand because of the brightness from the sun, you're not able to see the color. The right is darker. You will be able to see the photo there in the laptop. The right is darker? I'm asking you. Yeah. Is the right foot darker? It is darker. Okay. Very good. What else? No. That is a kumkum. Kumkum, because somebody had taken a photo of this photograph and there in that photograph. Yes, that is where I was going to. The right is of the gent's feet, and the left is like of a lady's feet. When we would take Padnamaskar of those who had observed, the left was much more softer than a sponge, and the right was hard. Kasturi Garu and Kutumbarao Garu would do Pada Seva of Bhagwan. They would be seated on the either side of Bhagwan. Kasturi Garu would be seated on the right of Bhagwan, and Kutumbarao Garu would be seated on the left of Bhagwan. So one day they were talking. Kasturi Garu said, "Pa, Swami's feet is so hard as a rock." Eh? What are you talking? It is so soft. That's what Kutumbarao Garu is telling. No, tomorrow, okay, no. I will check right feet of tomorrow, you check the left feet of Bhagwan. They were seated on the right and the left in their normal places, but the hand was on the other side. That is, Kasturi Garu seated on the right was doing Pada Seva of the left feet of Bhagwan. Kutumbarao Garu was sitting on the left, was doing the Pada Seva of the right feet of Bhagwan. And Bhagwan was, smiling at them, chuckling. After this, when they come out, and they say, Kutumbarao Garu says, his right feet was very soft, his left feet was very hard, is what Kasturi Garu says. And Swami next day says, you think I don't know what you are thinking? So that is what it is. Shiva Sakti Swarupa. A simple question to you. Sorry if you feel offended. Are you seeing this photograph for the first time? How many of you are seeing this? How many of you have seen this photograph earlier? How many of you really noticed this difference? This is what Bhagavan says. Srishti Srishti Ra, Drishti Drishti. Srishti is a creation, Drishti is the way you look at it. This photograph really is a physical proof of. And further, I would say one more thing is, when we would see the feet of Bhagavan on the left side, through his veins, you can see the anklets in the shape of the vein will be in the shape of an anklet. Gulusu, as we say in Tamil. The pile, it used to be in that shape. It was very prominent. It would be on the left of Bhagavan. There are a lot of incidents which can keep narrating. Yes, go on.
Just
Sure.
one more that regarding the study circle. We just started last week.
Oh, yeah. Good. Thank you for reminding me on that. And I heard that you started the study circle last week. It's really very good to know that the study circle has been started. As Bhagavan says, Naku steady ishtam. I like steady. There was one Dr. Bhagwat who was from Akola in Maharashtra. He had served in the general hospital. And I can share the photograph. That's okay. You don't need to. So he was expresses as Swami, kya sadhana karo? He kept on asking. One day Swami said, he was working in Prashantilam General Hospital. Swami said, study circle karo. Acha Swami. Kidhar Swami? Ghar mein karo. Do it in your home. Where Swami? Do it in your home. And where was he residing? In West Prashanti. And now, needless to say, the word spread that in Dr. Bhagwat's house, study circle is going to happen. And Swami has told. Obviously, everybody started coming in. So corridor, everyone are full. Kal study circle hua? Did study circle happen yesterday? हाँ Swami. कितने लोग आए? How many people came? Swami, more than 100, 150. Oh, very nice. Next week. Study circle hua? Same question would go on. Did the study circle happen? How many people came? Number slowly started dwindling. It came to a point where Dr. Bhagwat, who would love Bhagwan to ask him, did the study circle happen? Started despising it. He said, better that Swami doesn't ask me. Number came down. After a few months, hardly 2 or 3. One particular day, nobody came. And after many months, Bhagwan asked, Bhagwat, kaisa hai? How are you? My God, what is going to come next? Study circle hua? Did study circle happen? Swami, study circle hua? He's telling Swami, he's not telling an answer. Did study circle happen? He says, Swami. Then Bhagwan said, how many people came? Swami, 1. Who? He said, Swami, myself. Hua? He was keeping quiet. And Swami said, I asked you to do study circle. I did not tell you do study circle when 10 people come. Message was loud and clear. Even if you are alone, do the study circle. Very loud and clear. In unequivocal terms, he said this. When I was sitting here, I was hearing certain questions. I was overhearing some questions. And someone said, my son asked, what is it that, that God exists, or so many of things. I'll share one experience. May not be a direct answer to this question, but related to this. One boy asked Swami, Swami, I am doing a sadhana. Same, doing Suprabhatam. I am doing Narayan Seva. How do I know that whatever I did or whatever I offered to you has reached you, Swami? He said, okay. Do you do Narayan Seva? Swami asked him. He said, Swami, from tomorrow, do Narayan Seva. And this boy is from Bombay. Swami, we are not able to find beggars there in Bombay. Okay, feed the animals. What are the animals? No cows, because government has said cows all should be outside of Bombay city. Stray dogs were the only ones available. So we'd go at a point in time and give roti, chapati to this, or bread to his dog. So he would daily go at night at around 8 o'clock. Some days he'll be late, but the dog will be faithfully seated there waiting for this boy to come. And then he'll feed the dog with the roti. And initially Swami would ask, are you doing it? Are you doing it? Say, yes, Swami. Then afterwards, and one point in time he said, what is this here? I've been doing Narayan Seva and he's not acknowledging anything. This boy would try all his best to attract attention of Bhagwan, Swami, like that, whenever he would go to Parthi. Then Swami asked, Narayan Seva karta hai? Are you doing Narayan Seva? Yes, Swami. To whom? Swami, to the dog, Swami. Oh, very nice. What time? 8 p.m., Swami. Oh, very nice. So what happens if you go late? Swami, the dog is waiting for me. Does the dog have watch? No, Swami. Does the dog know the time? Swami, it comes on time, Swami. Dog ka spelling kya hai? What is the spelling of dog? Swami, D-O-G. Oh, usko reverse karo. What is the reverse of that? G-O-D, God. I am God. When D-O-G comes and waits for the food, without knowing the time, without knowing how to look at the clock, I, the God who created the DOG, will I not know that you will come in what you are doing? It knows you are going to come with that food. So that is why it is waiting there. So I as God, will I not know that you are going to come and offer it to me? How can you even guess that I will not know? Then Bhagwan, on another occasion when he was explaining the same incident, continued with this. When you come and offer anything, when you pray, I get bliss. I get the joy. And then he continued, love is my form, truth is my breath, bliss is my food. So when you pray, when you offer anything to Bhagwan, that becomes food. Love is my form, truth is my breath, bliss is my food. When you do something, I am happy, and that happiness comes to you, which is when you get the bliss, and that bliss is my food. This is what Bhagwan explained to us. And I can only say one thing, that whatever happens is by his design. There are many things which we can just go on and on. Last thing that I want to share before I pray for the welfare. We were seated with Bhagwan in Trai Vrindavan. Swami was seated in the Jula. In those days, many devotees would come from far and wide. And there was this gentleman from West Indies, Trinidad, Tobago. We used to like him because we were all cricket fans. So he was sharing so many innumerable experiences of Bhagwan, and we were like mouth wide open. And Bhagwan was, as usual, the way he would be. He would be, taking the peanuts, throwing here, taking the cloves and playing around with it. Then all of a sudden, Swami took his hand like this, held his hair. Showing his hair, he said, ఇది ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయో అన్నీ ఒక్కొక్క క్షణం జరుగుతుంది. ఇది ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయో అన్నీ ఒక్కొక్క క్షణం జరుగుతుంది. And he asked Professor Anil Kumar to translate. And I'll tell you what Professor Anil Kumar translated. The number of hair in Swami's head, that many incidents happen every minute. He used the word every minute, while Bhagwan had used the word oka kshanam. Minute kaadu, second. This is the way Bhagwan told. I'm sorry, I wanted to replicate it if I'm sounding very loud, but this is the way Bhagwan told at that moment. Minute kaadu, second. Oh, Swami, cheppu. He said, it is not minute, second. Poorthiga cheppu, tell it fully. Then Professor Anil Kumar had to say, the number of hair in Swami's head, that many incidents happen every second. Now, Mahabharata is considered to be the longest and the greatest epic. We start one experience of Bhagwan from one devotee that would still be longer than the Mahabharata. I'd like to thank Bhagwan for his immense grace and pray that we all continue in this journey of I to we to he. Samasta lokaha sukhino bhavantu, samasta lokaha sukhino bhavantu, samasta lokaha sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Mangaladayaka he Gananatha,
Mangaladayaka he Gananatha,
Mangaladayaka he Gananatha,
Mangaladayaka he Gananatha,
Pranava Swarupa Vigna Vinasha,
Pranava Swarupa Vigna Vinasha,
Pranava Swarupa Vigna Vinasha,
Pranava Swarupa Vigna Vinasha,
He Shivanandana Pahi Dayala,
He Shivanandana Pahi Dayala,
He Shivanandana Pahi Dayala,
He Shivanandana Pahi Dayala,
Parthi Purishwara Jagat Paripala,
Parthi Purishwara Jagat Paripala,
Parthi Purishwara Jagat Paripala,
Parthi Purishwara Jagat Paripala,
Pranava Swarupa Vigna Vinasha,
Pranava Swarupa Vigna Vinasha,
Pranava Swarupa
विनाशा
हे शिवनन्दन पाहि दयाला
शिवनन्दन पाहि दयाला
भक्तिपुरीश्वर जगत्परिपाला
भक्तिपुरीश्वर जगत्परिपाला
प्रणवस्वरूपा विघ्नविनाशा
प्रणवस्वरूपा विघ्नविनाशा
प्रणवस्वरूपा विघ्नविनाशा
प्रणवस्वरूपा विघ्नविनाशा
मङ्गलदायक हे गणनाथ
गुरुदेवा गुरुगोविन्दा गुरुदेवा गुरुगोविन्दा
ಮಾತಂಗವದನ ಆನಂದ ಸದನ
ಮಾತಂಗವದನ ಆನಂದ ಸದನ
ಮಾತಂಗವದನ ಆನಂದ ಸದನ
ಮಾತಂಗವದನ ಆನಂದ ಸದನ
ಮಹಾದೇವ ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ ನಂದನ
ಮಹಾದೇವ ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ ನಂದನ
ಮಹಾದೇವ ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ ನಂದನ
ಮಹಾದೇವ ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ ನಂದನ
ಮಾತಂಗವದನ ಆನಂದ ಸದನ
ಮಾತಂಗವದನ ಆನಂದ ಸದನ
ಮಾಯ ವಿನಾಶಕ ಮೂಷಿಕ ವಾಹನ
ವಿನಾಶಕ ಮೂಷಿಕ ವಾಹನ
ಮಾಯ ವಿನಾಶಕ ಮೂಷಿಕ ವಾಹನ
ವಿನಾಶಕ ಮೂಷಿಕ ವಾಹನ
ಮಾತ ಮಹೇಶ್ವರಿ ಭವಾನಿ ನಂದನ
ಮಾತ ಮಹೇಶ್ವರಿ ಭವಾನಿ ನಂದನ
ಮಾತ ಮಹೇಶ್ವರಿ ಭವಾನಿ ನಂದನ
ಮಾತ ಮಹೇಶ್ವರಿ ಭವಾನಿ ನಂದನ
ಮಹಾಗಣಪತೆ ಮಂಗಲ ಚರಣ
ಮಹಾಗಣಪತಿ ಮಂಗಲ ಚರಣ
ಮಹಾಗಣಪತೆ ಮಂಗಲ ಚರಣ
ಮಹಾಗಣಪತಿ ಮಂಗಲ ಚರಣ
ಮಹಾಗಣಪತೆ ಮಂಗಲ ಚರಣ
ಮಹಾಗಣಪತಿ ಮಂಗಲ ಚರಣ
ಮಹಾಗಣಪತೆ ಮಂಗಲ ಚರಣ
ಗಣಪತಿ ಮಂಗಲ ಚರಣ
ಮಾತಂಗವದನ ಆನಂದ ಸದನ
ಮಾತಂಗವದನ ಆನಂದ ಸದನ
ಮಹಾದೇವ ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ ನಂದನ
ಮಹಾದೇವ ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ ನಂದನ
ಮಾತಂಗವದನ ಆನಂದ ಸದನ
ಮಾತಂಗವದನ ಆನಂದ ಸದನ
ಮಾಯ ವಿನಾಶಕ ಮೂಷಿಕ ವಾಹನ
ವಿನಾಶಕ ಮೂಷಿಕ ವಾಹನ
ಮಾತ ಮಹೇಶ್ವರಿ ಭವಾನಿ ನಂದನ
ಮಾತ ಮಹೇಶ್ವರಿ ಭವಾನಿ ನಂದನ
ಮಹಾಗಣಪತೆ ಮಂಗಲ ಚರಣ
ಮಹಾಗಣಪತಿ ಮಂಗಲ ಚರಣ
ಮಹಾಗಣಪತೆ ಮಂಗಲ ಚರಣ
ಮಹಾಗಣಪತಿ ಮಂಗಲ ಚರಣ
ಮಹಾಗಣಪತೆ ಮಂಗಲ ಚರಣ
ಮಹಾಗಣಪತಿ ಮಂಗಲ ಚರಣ
ಮಾತಂಗವದನ ಆನಂದ ಸದನ
आदि पूज्य गणनाथ गजानन आदि पूज्य गणनाथ गजानन आदि पूज्य गणनाथ गजानन आदि पूज्य गणनाथ गजानन आदि सनातन Gajavadana Gananatha Gajavadana Vinayaka
Gajavadana Gananatha Gajavadana Vinayaka
Gajavadana Gananatha Gajavadana Vinayaka
Gajavadana Gananatha Gajavadana Vinayaka
Siddhi Vidata Shivatanaya
Siddhi Vidata Shivatanaya
Siddhi Vidata Shivatanaya
Siddhi Vidata Shivatanaya
Buddhi Pradayaka Gajanana
Buddhi Pradayaka Gajanana
Buddhi Pradayaka Gajanana
Buddhi Pradayaka Gajanana
Parvati Nandana Baba Bhaya Bandana
Parvati Nandana Bhava Bhaya Bandana
Parvati Nandana Baba Bhaya Bandana
Parvati Nandana Bhava Bhaya Bandana
Yuga Yuga Vandita Jaya Shri Ganesha
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 Gajavadana Gananatha Gajavadana Vinayaka
Gajavadana Gananatha Gajavadana Vinayaka
Siddhi Vidata Shivatanaya
Siddhi Vidata Shivatanaya
Buddhi Pradayaka Gajanana
Buddhi Pradayaka Gajanana
Parvati Nandana Baba Bhaya Bandana
Parvati Nandana Bhava Bhaya Bandana
Yuga Yuga Vandita Jaya Shri Ganesha
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 Gajavadana Gananatha Gajavadana Vinayaka
Subramanyam Subramanyam Gananatha Subramanyam 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 Gananatha Subramanyam 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 Gananatha Subramanyam 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 Gananatha Subramanyam Shiva 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 Subramanyam Hara 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 Subramanyam Om Shiva 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 Subramanyam Hara 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 Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam Shankara Bhava Subramanyam Shankara Bhava Subramanyam Jai Shankara Bhava Subramanyam Shankara Bhava Subramanyam Om Shankara Bhava Subramanyam Shankara Bhava Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva 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 Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam
Tat Sat Sri Narayana Tu Purushottama Guru Tu Siddha Buddha Tu Skanda Vinayaka Savita Pavaka Tu Savita Pavaka Tu Brahmamazatu Yavashaktitu Yeshu Pita Prabhutu Rudra Vishnu Tu Rama Krishna Tu Rahimata Tu Rahimata Tu Vasudeva Goveshwarupa Tu Chidananda Hari Tu Advitiya Tu Akala Nirvaya Atmalinga Shiva Tu Atmalinga Shiva Tu Sai Atmalinga Shiva Tu Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Shanti 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 Om Jai Jagadish Hari Swami Sathya Sai Hari Bhakta Jana Samrakshaka Bhakta Jana Samrakshaka Parthi Maheshwara Om Jai Jagadish Hari Shashi Vadana Shikara Sarva Pranapati Swami Sarva Pranapati Ashrita Kalpalatika Ashrita Kalpalatika Apadbhai
जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति 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 समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति शांति शांति
जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।
Sairam, thought for the day. What are a few critical lessons we must learn in this journey of life? Bhagwan endearingly explained to us the fundamental tenets of leading a happy life. Education that does not confer modesty and wisdom is a sheer waste of precious time. Whatever else you learn or do not learn, equip yourself with the strength that's necessary to be virtuous, to resist yourself with the strength that's necessary to be virtuous, to resist temptation and lures of the objective world. Discrimination is not the cleverness that's given inordinate value today, but the capacity to see things in their proper proportion, to evaluate temporary and lasting, the particular and universal, the shallow and deep. You must also have an attitude of reverence toward the past, towards elders who are repositories of the saintly spiritual wisdom and experience that you must acquire. Have also faith in your own essential divinity, faith in the higher values attainable by the earnest practice and exercise of detachment. Life becomes sweeter with a little dose of denial too. If you get all your desires, it begins to cloy. Deny yourselves many of the things that your mind runs after, and you will find that you become tough enough to bear both good fortune and bad. Divine Discourse, September 12th, 1963. Sairam.
परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूति परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूति परमार्थ इष्टार्थ मोक्ष प्रदायं बाबा विभूति इदमाश्रयामि परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूति परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूति परमार्थ इष्टार्थ मोक्ष प्रदानं बाबा विभूति इदमाश्रयामि परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूति परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूति परमार्थ इष्टार्थ मोक्ष प्रदानं बाबा विभूति इदमाश्रयामि ॐ सायो